Hi there, I'm Tom, and welcome to the trade of the day for the 22nd. I want to go through the sniper strategy with you quickly, a trade that took place on the euro versus the pound. Now, this is using a strategy that we've been using since about 2013. We've been teaching people in general and trusted by traders since 2003. There's a workshop tonight. We'll be using this strategy and showing you how you can trade from as little as 20 minutes a day. The good news is it's quite a simple process. The vast majority of our technology we've put inside one indicator, and then there's a few extra bits you can use to essentially reaffirm the trade and let you know a little bit more about what's actually going to happen over the duration. Now, we're not fortune tellers, but what we're looking to do is to spot things as they're happening, jump on that train, and get up before the steam runs out. It's probably the closest analogy really I can think of. What you can see in front of you, you can see a few of them actually. You see these sniper discs here. This is a green sniper. There's about 120 indicators that go into detecting these. And this is telling you that there's a momentum change in the market, in this case, bringing us from a slight downturn in the sell direction back up to a buy. And we want to get in and ride the train to its destination to stretch that analogy even further. We've had a couple of these recently. We have the green sniper here, we have a red sniper here, and we have a green sniper here. Now, these two greens are valid. The red one is actually invalid. I'm not going to go through why that's the case in this session, but during the workshop tonight, and we'll go through the exact kind of 5-step process to be able to identify that. So for traders who took this trade, this took place on the 11th, and they ran it the entire way through. There's a couple of bits that you can use for this. You have the TradeMate tool and the scanner tool. We have our entry signal from that sniper disc. We then have these two lines that you can see on screen here, green line, red line. The red line is our stop loss, how far we're willing to go and go to the negative if we're wrong, and how far we think this market's actually going to push up to. And we just almost perfectly timed the top of this market before it started to turn back around. We haven't seen a breakdown in the longer term trend yet, but we've taken the movement. We're out of the markets. We're not sitting here while the market is bouncing back and forth, and we're looking at deploying over the multiple different instruments we have, because there's no point sitting in here for a couple of extra pips if we can just get into a hotter trade in the meantime. So what did a trend signal trader do when they put this trade on? Well, first of all, they go to their trend signal drop down. They go for the TradeMate tool. I've already got it loaded up over on the side here. This helps you to make sure that you're risking appropriately for your account size. It works out the stake per pip. It tells you your target distance and that initial stop loss that you see visually printed on the screen, but in terms of pips and distance to make it a little bit easier for your brokerage. In this case, we're looking at almost a one-to-one trade. So looking 40 pips if you ran this trade over 2 days. Now, 40 pips can sound a little bit nebulous to those of you that aren't really used to how pips work. So to break it down as simply as possible, trading at £1 per pip, a beginner-sized account, you're looking at £40 from this trade. If you're trading at £3 per pip, not a massive account, 120 quid from this trade. And if you're trading a little bit higher, £200 per pip, maybe not something you do on day one, but very achievable. You're looking at £200 from coming on, having a look at these snipers, running the trade for 2 days, and then moving on to better opportunities. As I say, we're hosting a workshop later tonight where we're going to go through the 5-step process that we use to identify these trades on a daily basis. We'll be presenting some trades that you can take away at the end of the session. It's based later in the evening as well. So you can try to run this on your own account with a demo, with real money. It's entirely up to you. Hopefully, we'll see you there. There should be a link around this video.